Okay, Assalamualaikum. Okay, now is going to be the part of seasonal variation. So in order for us to be done with our seasonal variation, we are going to see the example of questions given here, which is okay. Okay, this is actually self-test 3. Table below shows the sales of company for the year 2013 to 2015. So I would like you to check this one. We have to the year, this one, the year, and also the season. Okay, this is the season: January, April, May, August, and September, December. So the first thing first is to be done with the trend values. Okay, so you will be asked to find out the trend values. Calculate. Okay, using the additive model, find the mean of 3 moving average, the trend, and calculate the seasonal variation for each season. Okay, how do you know? This table is the one that you have to construct by your own. How do you know that year are going to be at the first column and then only we have our month? How do we know this? Okay, I would like you to highlight your or to remind yourself that we have to check which one is the season. Okay, if we compare the year and the month, which one is repeated again? Okay, of course, every year we are going to have the season again, which is the month will be repeated again every year. So that's the reason why the season for this case is the month. Okay, that's why we put year at the first column. The season would be on the second column all the time. Okay, before this we don't have 2 unit of time, but this time around we are given 2 units of time, so we have to decide on which one to put first. Okay, so this is the arrangement that we need in order to get the right trend value. Okay, so because of 3 seasons, okay, therefore your total would be total of 3. Of course, you'll be copying all the values here. This is actually going to be coming from the original data that we have before. Okay, the same as what you have here. Okay, you will be copying all this value. Okay, and this value is considered to be the y value, the original value, the y value, the original data. So you will be substituting all the values here, and then the next column would be column of moving total. Okay, as usual, because of knowing that we have 3 moving total, so the middle would be at the second row. So you have to proceed doing this, the moving total, and the trend, of course, because of adding 3 by 3, therefore your total will need to be divided by 3. So the trend value that we have here is going to be your average value as what you have done before. Okay, and one extra column that we have now is the y minus t column. This is something new. Okay, this is something new, and the new one here is actually to the purpose is to calculate the seasonal variation for the seasons. Okay, we know that we have 3 different seasons over here, and we would like to find out the seasonal variation for each season. So in order for us to do that, we are going to take the difference between the original data and the trend value. Original and the trend value. So y minus t. It can either be positive or negative value. Okay, so that is your first step, finding trend. Second step is to find the y minus t value, and then after your y minus t value, then we are going to copy all the y minus t value in this table of seasonal variation. Look at the arrangement of the table. Okay, we have our season over here. These are all the seasons, and this is going to be your year. Okay, so this is the second column that we have just now. This is the first column. Okay, you are going to copy all the value of y minus t. So these are what we call as normally students will do the same mistakes of forgetting the y minus t value. They just take the trend value and copy over here. So remember, this is not the column for the area for trend value. This is actually the y minus t value. Okay, the difference between the original data and the trend values. Okay, so you'll be copying all the values here, and then you take the total meaning you have to total every value that you have for every columns. Okay, so this column would be total over here, May until August, the second column, and September until December, the third column. So total of every column. Okay, and after you get the total of every column, you have to find the average of every column. Okay, so let's say you don't have any value for the first season. For example, 2013 of January, April, you don't have any value. So therefore, you will be just divide by what you have. If you are having 2014 and 2015, so you get the total of that 2, divide by just 2. If you have 3 values, then you divide by 3 for the average. So you have to check every column separately. Okay, you cannot just assume all of them are going to be divided by the same thing. Okay, that would be for average. Okay, what next is to check the sum of average. You will be adding this one, and this one. You add, you put the value over here. If the value is not equal to 0, then we are going to find out the adjustment factor. How do we find out the adjustment factor? Adjustment factor is coming from the sum of average that you get just now, the sum of all this divided by the number of seasons. Okay, so we are having 3 seasons now. So the sum of average will be divided by season. So this is going to be the same value. Adjustment factor will be having the same value. And the last but not least is to find out your seasonal variation for each season. How do we find this? Is by taking the average minus by the adjustment factor. Average minus by the adjustment factor, we get the seasonal variation for each season. So that is how you settle for seasonal variation. Okay, I want you to look at the formulas. If you are not very sure of what I'm trying to say just now, you can just check your formula given here. Okay, these are some of the notes given just now. Okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 until step 5. Right? Okay, thank you.